God on your side. Okay, guys, thank you. And then we close off. I just want to say one more thing. I don't know how this is going to work, but we're trying to collect some names. I am trying to go for as an independent for Prime Minister. And I always said, if Zelensky can do it in his track pants and his leather low tights, I should be able to do it because the guys we have right now are a bunch of criminals. So we got somebody in there as a non-professional politician but has a good heart and is going to get this country back on its feet, then let's do it, guys. I'm there for you. Thank you. One more quick thing. There's a lady here with a pink hat. She's collecting names, phone numbers, and emails if anybody's interested in supporting you. Thank you, guys. Freedom, brothers and sisters, freedom.
Because what's going
Those are some wise words.
This spot is better. I am
from
looking for
Officer
something
Henderson.
not this heavy.
Now,
Go get a battery.
very wise words. Brothers and sisters, remember it's freedom over fear,
I have a plastic bag if
bravery
you
over
want.
obedience.
No,
The
I
time
don't
is
have it
now.
anymore.
And also, before we get on to some other speakers, I just want to remind everybody, we're making a stand April 1st.
Mówi,
April
że
1st in Ottawa.
przyniesie
We
baterię
need
i
as
tu
many of you
powiesi,
there.
żeby było cięższe.
We're making a statement to the government. It's over.
Ja myślałem, że mam tą torbę, żeby wsadzić tą baterię w torbę i tu powiesić.
Impoverishment.
Bo to mam, żeby było zawiesić, ale to za ciężkie. To jest za ciężkie.
Okay, and
to
we're
jest za
choosing
duże.
freedom.
Tam jest
Now, it's a
butelka
great
wody.
honor
To
for me to
butelka wody by
introduce
była
the
okej.
next warrior. I mean, he's the face of us. He's been there from the start. He needs no introduction, I don't think. But let me bring on. Again, it's an honor, Mr. Freedom.
to start another, make it warmed up. We're all ready for Chris Guy. I think he didn't bring enough t-shirts though. He's gonna give a free t-shirt to everybody. So he'll get you next time, I promise.
Don't know where I'm going, but I know we'll be together. Looking out over horizons, all the things that we will see. And we'll just keep on going, destination unknown. And we'll stay this way forever, rolling down the open road. Sing it out, freedom, what's living without freedom? Life's about living strong, what's living without freedom?
Who wants to hear freedom again?
Don't know where I'm going, but I know we'll be together. Looking out over horizons, all the things that we will see. And we'll just keep on going, destination unknown. And we'll stay this way forever, rolling down the open road. Sing it out, freedom, what's living without freedom? Life's about living strong, what's living without freedom? Freedom, what's living without freedom? Life's about living strong, what's living without freedom? Don't know where I'm going, but I know I'll be just fine. Looking out over horizons, everything that's yours is mine. We'll keep on going, destination unknown. If we can stay this way forever, we will never walk alone. Sing it out, freedom, what's living without freedom? Life's about living strong, what's living without freedom? Freedom, what's living without freedom? Life's about living strong, what's living without freedom? My all day. Sing it out.
Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. The Twin Towers. Look at it from the right angle. It is where
Everybody
Rose
now.
Club.
Let me hear you sing it out. Freedom. 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 What's living without freedom?
This is my honorary niece and her mother.
Living strong. What's living without freedom?
I got a flag in my way. Oh my God.
Freedom. What's living without
There she is.
freedom?
I call her Pumpkin. There's my little pumpkin.
What's living without freedom?
Give it up.
Freedom, what's living without freedom? Life's about living strong, what's living without freedom? Freedom!
Right from day one when all this shit started happening,
Here we
there
go.
was one guy I seen
Josh is going to
online.
go on a rant now. Here
Chris
we go.
Scott.
Holy cow.
From day one. Like him? I do. If you don't, that's okay. But I think he's great and I stand behind him 1,000%. And I'm willing to work for him and work for his campaign and promote him because we need more people going for positions of power. That's one thing we don't have. We have each other here today, but we need more people working for us on a larger scale. So I'm going to have no further ado here. Chris is here. Everyone's probably gave him a hug already. And I'd like to get him up here if you can. Uh-oh. He's not here yet.
All right, listen.
Chris guy.
We've seen the struggles Chris went through. If a lot of you haven't seen the first video when he was coming through the airport, when he said, "You don't need to give them any information. Walk out." And then you saw that first video. A lot of you didn't see it, right? Did you know he was responsible of shutting down quarantine hotel or motel? A lot of you didn't even know that. But a lot of people like to say, "Oh, he's arrogant or he's this and that." Listen, he's fighting for your freedom. I'm not listen. Struggles. This guy, I know. I watch his shit. He's been through a lot of struggles. One morning I got up 3 in the morning and I was praying and I started writing. I wrote about a minute up. I'm gonna play it for it. It's called Your Struggles. I wanna dedicate to Chris. Chris, this is for you. You've been through a lot of shit struggles and I know it. I'm gonna play it before we go on because this is almost like don't forget, prayer is the most powerful thing you can do. I'm gonna shut up. Your struggles. Listen.
Your struggles are what's gonna make you into who you are. Welcome your struggles. Without your struggles, you're nobody. Without your struggles, you wouldn't be you. Your struggles are God's way of saying you're mine. I've chosen you for something great. And only you because of your passion. And because of those difficult times, you guys are assholes. That's being used to mold and make me into who I need to do my great works, and to educate, enlighten, and expose the evil against my people. And because of your struggles, I will bring those to you to help, comfort, and guide, accompany and share. And because of your struggles, I'll bring those that have struggled and those that also have struggles to you. I've chosen you to do and become the person I need to free my people. Never ever think of giving up on yourself. I have placed a dream within your heart to become and be who I need. I have loved you unconditionally. I will continue to love you unconditionally. As you share the love you have unconditionally, I have seen the way you are. I know who you are. Those around you are chosen to be around you. I've chosen them specifically to walk beside you, walk with you hand in hand, to help you see who you are. The love I have for you is more than I have for those evil people. Love them, forgive them. That's the way you grow. I have given you these struggles and placed these struggles in your life for you to grow and become great. Without them, you're nobody. Cherish them, welcome them, and learn how to live with them day by day. And remember that you are special. You're chosen. I've chosen you.
This is what freedom looks like, something freedom I've never tasted.
Oh my gosh, I'm almost overwhelmed. Thank you so much. It's so beautiful. Hello, Mississauga. So the GTA has been my home for my entire life, and everybody, just like this was talking about, knows the struggle of the last 3 years. And the smart ones of us know that the struggle isn't over, but they know that we have a very unique opportunity right now to totally change the direction that this country is headed. There has not been an opportunity like this since the start of this pandemic and the start of all this crap, where in so little time, with the help of everybody around us, we can affect so much change and so much positive change for our children's future and for our country. I never, ever thought that I would be running for anything in politics. Never in my life. But the universe dropped this into my lap. And Toronto is one of the most unique cities in the world. It's one of the most powerful cities, not just in money, but symbolically. It is a city that the globalists are literally drooling over, to get their hands on, and to subjugate each and every one of you. COVID was just the beginning of that. It was designed to reprogram our minds in two special ways. Get rid of the idea of individual rights and freedoms, and get rid of the idea that those freedoms are paramount to a successful society. And now, they want to bring in the next phase of that agenda. And we know what it's called. It's called Agenda 2030. And that's why all their timelines say by 2030 this has to happen. By 2030 this has to happen. And if you let everything happen by 2030, not only are you not even going to recognize Canada anymore, you're definitely not going to want to live here. And what am I talking about? The 15-minute city agenda is the first layer of tyranny that they plan on bringing in through the government. They're going to tell you that it's all about climate change and equity and convenience and inclusion. In reality, those are all buzzwords for less freedom for you financially, mobility, and otherwise, and more control for the government. And this has been going on, not just the last couple of years. It just got accelerated in the last couple of years. If we go around and talk to residents of Toronto of different age groups, and you get to the seniors, they'll tell you 30 years ago Toronto was better than it is now. The people a bit younger than them will say 20 years ago was better than it is now, but not as good as 30. And it slowly progressed to get worse to where we are today. It wasn't something that happened overnight, ladies and gentlemen. This would happen because of decades of social apathy, where we just sat by and we allowed the political class to prop up these ridiculous candidates that we knew never had our interests at heart, that we knew weren't qualified to do their job, but we had to vote for them because, you know, if you don't vote, you're not doing your part. It's been so rare that we've had a candidate actually represent the people that in the last election, 71% of the population decided not to vote. I was one of them. I've never voted in my life because none of those people ever represented me, and I knew that my vote wouldn't really change anything. This is the first time in my life, and I'm not just saying it because I'm going to be the representative, but this is the first time in my life that I believe that there's a representative of the people. Someone with the drive and the passion and the balls to stand up to the establishment. Somebody who keeps their promises. Somebody who knows how to run something efficiently and with fiscal responsibility. Somebody that cares about the city and the people living in it. That's what I have that these others lack. And somebody who's transparent and approachable and actually reachable. It's not an accident that my cell phone number is public. It's 416-400-9994. And people say, oh, you're crazy for giving out your number. Really? Why am I crazy for making myself accessible to the people that I'm supposed to be serving? Is that really a wild concept? For the last 3 years, I literally put my life on the line. I've been arrested 26 times. The most recent one was just a few days ago. My wife too. They arrested us both in the airport because they knew we were planning on coming here and doing this campaign. And then they make it even harder for us to come here. They arrested us for having the audacity of coming to the airport with a prepaid reservation and wanting to actually get on the plane and fly. According to them, that was crazy and extreme. And when my wife tried to document this, she was arrested for filming the police. And I was arrested for being filmed. Whatever that's supposed to mean. And to make sure that we wouldn't be able to come here, or so they thought, they gave us a lifetime ban from Edmonton Airport. Yeah. We had to reschedule our flights and drive 3 hours to Calgary, drop my truck off with a friend, jump on a plane, and then fly an extra hour that it would have been from Edmonton just to get here. The day that I announced I was running, I got a message from the head of Elections Toronto, basically threatening me and trying to intimidate me, telling me they're going to try to disqualify me, they're going to investigate me, they're going to try to prosecute me and throw me in jail for 6 months. That my campaign is going to be put under a microscope. They're going to use selective enforcement to let other people cheat, the ones that they want to win, and to try to scrutinize every single thing we do. The day after that, I even got a message from a letter from the Conservative Party of Canada. They were not too happy about me running, apparently. And I got through that. We even had our venue canceled on us for April 16th, our official fundraiser. But we got a new venue. So I know they're going to make it hard for me. But why are they doing that? I'm telling you this because of a very special reason. Whether it's the COVID restrictions, whether it's the climate change restrictions, or whether it's my candidacy for mayor, the only way they can stop it, the only way they can stop me is if I quit. And the only way they can stop you is if you chose to put on that mask. If you choose to live in that 15-minute city. If you allow them to put on your carbon footprint. The moment we stand up for ourselves, and the moment we refuse to quit, refuse to give in, we become a problem for them. And when a lot of you, like you see today, and I'm so happy and I feel so blessed to see this many people come out and support, but when we have this kind of support, we can bring corrupt governments to their knees. And that's what I represent. I represent that missile you're going to launch into the establishment. I represent that fight against corruption. I represent the truth. And above all, I represent the people. When I get elected, the standard of living crisis, cost of living crisis will be the #1 priority on our list. And we have a massive $16+ billion in our budget. Billions of that money is squandered yearly. And I tried to find out where. I went to all the different departments of the government and I tried to find their budgets. How many billions did you guys get? How many billions? It's not even available. We'll literally have to hire an entire team of forensic accountants to go through the last 3 years to figure out how many billions and billions and billions of dollars that could have been making every one of your lives better was stolen and squandered and disappeared into thin air and ended up into somebody else's pockets. There is so much resources in Toronto. It should have the highest standard of living and a relatively low cost of living. But it's the complete opposite, and it gets worse every year. And we're going to fix that. We're going to fix that. We're going to battle corruption. You're going to see resignations in my administration. Because anybody who goes against the fiscal responsibility that they are obligated to as a public servant should not be a public servant. You can't be serving the public when you're serving yourself at the same time. And I challenge any of the other candidates. They're going to do everything they can to try to make it so I can't get in those debates. Why? Because let's have all the candidates in the debate. Ask them to give them your phone number. Ask them to, you call them at 3 o'clock in the morning, like I get calls every single day. Ask them any question about how they're going to make your life better. And you know what you're going to get? A rehearsed response that was written by somebody else. In our campaign, we're going to be going into every borough every day, and we're going to be asking the questions. How can we help you? And you're going to tell us, because that's what a government's supposed to be. How can you represent the people if you don't even engage with the people? How can you engage with the people if you don't even get into their neighborhoods? These people aren't living with you. These people aren't living like you. These people don't care about you. Every single person in the government voted to extend the restrictions, voted to extend the lockdowns, voted to give themselves raises. While we were losing jobs, while we were losing homes, while we're getting fines for single moms sitting on park benches with their children, these people are going to their private gyms, eating their 5-star dinners, flying on their private jets, and lecturing us on how we need to get used to having less and less and less, and trying to convince our children that the opportunities that were once available to all of us, like the simple idea of automobile ownership, are a relic of the past. Talk to an average 18-year-old today. When I was 16, I was already saving, doing everything I could to get my license. You talk to a 20-year-old kid today, they laugh at you. Because they know they couldn't afford the payments, the insurance, the gas. And this is not by accident. Everything that's happening is intentional. It's by design, and we are enabling it. Because every year, you listen to the TV, and you say, look at the Toronto Star or the TV. These are the candidates that they say need to win. What a coincidence. Chris Guy's not on any of their lists. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's because they don't want change. Maybe it's because they want to give you the illusion of choice, And maybe it's because they want to put you in a situation that no matter who you vote for, your life's still going to get worse and their life's still going to get better. The reality of the situation is, for the last 30 years, every single year, the government has done less with more while trying to get the public to do more with less. And when I get elected, we're going to flip the script on that. And it's going to be another 30 years in the opposite direction. And our children are going to enjoy equal or better opportunity than I did. That is my pledge, and I pledge my life, my fealty, and my service to the good people of Toronto. Thank you, everybody. God bless you. I love you.
Mr. Derek.
Chris for mayor, everybody. Chris, we love you. That's the definition of a warrior. Personal sacrifice and never, never, never giving up. That's the man right there. God bless you, Chris. We got his backs. And he was talking about how much they don't like him. I can tell you this story. This is how bad it is. When we were out protesting in front of Krista Freeland, halfway through, this guy comes up. Oh, he says, I just work around the area. I'm a freedom fighter. Okay. I spoke him out. We spoke him out. He was a plant, and he kept trying to pull us away. And I swear to God, in the course of that, he asked me at least 15 questions about Chris. That's how bad it is. I just said, that's how bad it is. So trust me, they don't want him in office. We've been asleep far too long. We're waking up. This is what happens. The tentacles of corruption have come wrapped around our government. As far as I'm concerned, every single one of them, especially that traitor Trudeau, selling us out to the CCP, they're nothing but traitors, and to me, they're illegitimate, because they've broken their oath of office. They are criminals. They've broken their oath of office, and now we're taking politics back our way. And Chris, that's the guy that's going to do it. We got to get people in there. Chris, we love you. We got your back. But this has been a great day celebrating freedom. We made a huge statement here. This is what we do in Mississauga. We're in everyone's face. We're passing out brothers. We're preaching. We do the same thing in Brampton. This is how we spend our Sundays. This is what we got to do. That's right, they are. A year ago, we get, yep, they're receiving it, definitely. A year ago, all we got were middle fingers. Middle fingers, nothing. Now, it's horns all the time. All the way down Highway 10. People are turning, but it's an uphill battle. We got to keep doing it. Now, no better way to end this day of freedom celebration is with Desi. I love Desi. He's tireless, but I also love him for his consciousness. And he knows what the Lord needs. We know what he needs. Desi, I'm going to turn the floor over to you. Off you go, bro.
Yes. Listen. No matter how I try to write a different kind of song since COVID came in, I can never write. I may write one or two other kind of songs, but most of the stuff I'm writing, it's about what's happening, and how you can get through it. So sometimes you think you can't get through stuff, just go search Desi Rice. And some of the songs I'm gonna do, they're not out yet, but you can always message me, you can find me. And a lot of those are they care about money. I don't care about money because I work hard. I just want you to hear my music, you know. So anyway, who knows Lenny, the bad mother trucker that was on the hill? He's always saying, where are the truckers? So anyway, I did this song, it was freestyle first and then I redid it. So it's called Bad Mother Trucker. Bad Mother Trucker. It's not English, you know, it's Jamaican. Anyway, let's do it. I'm gonna do a few songs for you and then I'm gonna say a couple of things. I'm lying. Yes, listen again. Bad Mother Trucker. We love the Bad Mother Truckers. We love the Bad Mother Truckers. Lenny is a bad mother trucker. Benny's a bad mother trucker. Drunkers is a bad mother trucker. And Shabba him is a bad mother trucker.
mother truckers. Show some love to the bad mother truckers. Hats off to the bad mother truckers. Bad mother truckers. We love the bad mother truckers. Real bad mother truckers. We love the bad mother truckers. Big Red is a bad mother trucker. Rooster, a bad mother trucker. Wendell is a bad mother trucker. You drive a truck, you are a bad mother trucker. Lots of love from the truckers in Ottawa. Pick up the world, these bad mother truckers. The government lied about the bad mother truckers. The cops lied about the bad mother truckers. Bad mother truckers. We love the bad mother truckers. I'm just gonna cut them short today because I want you to listen to the messages. Listen, the next song I'm gonna do for you, I released it April 2020, but I wrote it March 2020. March 2020, that tells you how long Desiree was away and not watching TV or television, whatever you want to call it, or the boob tube. When I was training, 30 years now I've been going to freedom seminars, more than 30 years. About freedom. Somebody say freedom! They're trying to make the word freedom illegal. Can you believe it? You know why? Because they're trying to indoctrinate you and your kids. Say no. Just say no. What did Chris guy say? Just say no. Alright. This one's called Killer Vaccine. Listen.
Tony, this is Bill. Well, we
How did I try this next
some money. Millions of dollars.
Listen.
Millions of dollars. Over my nobody.
What's up?
We got guns. Come up with another solution. Something else has to work. This world that we think.
We not take your vaccine. No, we not take your vaccine. We not take your vaccine. We not take your killer vaccine. So we say no to vaccine. Everybody say no to vaccine. So just say no to vaccine. Don't take the killer vaccine. Why some people do this? Just for the traffic. Just for the traffic. So Mr. World Leaders, there's no proof of benefit. Just gonna die. We wanna trust and dare. A few people were expired. Somebody will feed. Still a find one bizarre. So you find one for this. Listen. Just we not take your vaccine. No,